case of chain passing.
On the overlap.
Brazil will score.
Dummies and goes. Tyrone Roberts. That is his specialty.
Hello everyone, welcome to Rabbs Rant for round one of the National Rugby League season for 2014. Each week we're going to do this to try and give you a little bit of a pointer as to who to tip each week, and we do hope that you are very successful with your tips right throughout the season. Top eight, always hard to come up with a top eight. Here's my thoughts. I think the Roosters will be here. I think they're the early favourites to go back-to-back, and no team has gone back-to-back for many, many years. The Rabbitohs will be there, the Seagulls, well, they made the grand final last year and they're a very, very good side indeed. The Cowboys, I think the Storm might come off the ball a little bit. The Panthers, they could be the big improvers. They've recruited very, very well. The Newcastle Knights made the top eight last year, and I think they will so again. And the Bulldogs. The Smoky probably will be the Warriors. There could be a fair bit of talk that the Warriors should be in that top eight. Wooden Spoon, well, it's a toss-up. Parramatta are looking at a three-peat. They haven't bought anyone, but let's hope they do improve. But I think this year it might be the mighty Dragons who are dragging the chain in position number 16. Round one, blockbuster kicking off tonight at 7:30. The Roosters, the defending premiers, up against the Rabbitohs, who probably, by their own admission, underachieved last year. I think the Roosters will get them. Their form against Wigan was very, very good. Their Charity Shield clash was excellent as well, but not really up to scratch. I think the Roosters will win this one. Bulldogs and the Broncos were hammered by the Warriors in a trial match. The Bulldogs have just been going along nice and quietly. They are at home, and I think the Bulldogs will beat the Broncos. Panthers and the Knights. Now, this is the one. I just don't think the Panthers this week. The Knights have won the last 5 times these two teams have met. Panthers have got many new players, and it may take them a couple of weeks to gel as an outfit, and I think the Knights, through their pre-season form, may get the chocolates here. Seagulls and the Storm, OK, they're missing George Tafua and the Wolfman Williams, but I think they will have an excellent amount of troops to be able to cover for those two, and I think the Seagulls at Brookvale will beat the Storm. Cowboys and the Raiders, the Cowboys got their first piece of silverware ever in the Auckland Nines, and I think they'll be buoyed by that. They probably underachieved a little bit last year, and I think they are one of the top 4 teams this year. The Cowboys to beat the Raiders. Dragons and the Tigers, seriously, I don't know which way to go here. Mick Potter's got his troops together, and they've shown some reasonable form in the pre-season. The Dragons haven't shown too much at all, but I'm just leaning towards the Dragons. I really don't know who to tip here, the Dragons, because it's at home. Eels and the Warriors. The Warriors absolutely smashed the Broncos in that pre-season match. The Eels don't seem to have too many more troops than they had last year, and they've won the last 2 wooden spoons. So before I tip the Eels, I'm going to have to see some improvement in Parramatta before I'm capable or able to tip Parramatta. I'm going to go the Warriors there. The last game on the Monday night, the Sharks and the Titans. The Sharks have had everything thrown at them through Asada and all their off-field dramas. This has only galvanised the club, and I think the Sharks will beat the Titans. Good luck with your tips in round one of the National Rugby League for 2014.